Hey gang, welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Andrew Wolfe, and today we're going to be talking about beautiful Boulder, Colorado. And specifically, we're going to be talking about why this city feels so unique and so different than every other city in Colorado. So one of the biggest things you notice is, right when you come down, you're cresting the 36 here, going down that hill, diving into beautiful downtown Boulder, Colorado is, the Flatirons, the mountain range that surrounds Boulder really gives it its shape. And outdoors and nature are really can't be separated from the city. It's really part of what the city is. It's part of its identity and part of its culture. So I would say that's one of the things that really separates it out. It's just the beauty of it, the majesty, particularly of the Flatirons, really sets it apart right when you step into the city. And I would say the culture is really very strong and tangible here in Boulder. So, like we talked about, very, very much connected to outdoor living and outdoor lifestyles. Natural beauty is a very, very big priority here in Boulder. The citizenry is going to really adopt that. They're going to clean up after themselves. They're going to do things in their own behavior to keep Boulder beautiful and keep the natural majesty that Boulder has very vibrant. There's going to be local composting programs, local recycling programs. People's involvement in nature is very, very high. Relaxation includes taking hikes, going fishing, and having a picnic in one of the beautiful city and state parks. So nature is a big part of the culture as well as the visuals of Boulder. And the lifestyle here is going to prioritize, work-life balance, right? So people here have great success. They work in various fields from healthcare to education. Entrepreneurship's very strong, and there's a ton of really great startups here that are a great place to work. And people would love to work from home here as well, even if business that's out of town. But people live in Boulder because of that ability to connect with the culture and connect with the community and be part of nature. So work's important, but people are really going to prioritize having a balance with the enjoyment of life and the enjoyment of living in the great community here. Boulder, Colorado is home to the University of Boulder at Colorado, as you can imagine. So that's going to be a really great world-class university. People from all over the planet to attend here. Education is very, very important, and obviously that's going to be at the university level. They offer both undergraduate and graduate degrees, but also kind of on down as well. The Boulder School District is going to be very, very strong. And you're going to have a great opportunity if you do have a family or if you are a younger person that's still educating yourself. You're going to have great opportunities from elementary school, middle school, and high school to obviously advanced education at the University of Boulder. So it's an educated populace, and they really are very invested as a culture in the education of their community. So if that's something that interests you, if you're a person who always likes to grow and learn and develop, regardless of where you're at in age and life cycle, I think Boulder's a great place to call home, because if you're like education, so does Boulder, and Boulder's going to like you. So one of the things that feels different is Boulder is a major player in the state of Colorado, right? It's one of the first cities that pop up when you say, hey, great cities in Colorado, or even in the entire country, great places to live. Boulder's always in talks and in consideration for that title, but Boulder's going to feel much smaller than some larger cities you might do your research on or coming out here to Colorado, right? It's certainly much smaller than Denver. And even much smaller than Colorado Springs. So it's a tight-knit, smaller community. It's going to feel that way. Like we said, you still have Pearl Street if you want to get some great urban feel, if you want to have a row of bars and restaurants and entertainment venues to walk to, but it's not going to feel like a big city like Denver might. Now, it is positioned very well to where you can kind of have your Boulder bubble and have your tight-knit community, but you're only, 30-ish minutes, maybe 45 minutes to downtown Denver if you want to experience that big urban center. If you want to go see the Broncos play or see the Avalanche continue their roll here towards the Stanley Cup, it's right in striking distance, but Boulder itself has a great, small, tight-knit community feel. So if that's what you're looking for, I think Boulder's a great fit. But you have access to the city if you're kind of itching to get back to that, big, vibrant feel that you might have in a larger place. We've talked about this already, guys, but outdoor living and sustainability are going to be monster parts of the living experience here in Boulder. People really take their sustainable lifestyle very, very important, right? So people are going to take important steps to minimize their carbon footprint, to make sure that they're not, on the whole, taking away from the environment here in Boulder, but adding to it and maintaining it, right? So people, make sure to plant local plants. They're going to not take away and not take too much water and not take too much attention away from the rest of the country. And we've talked about this in previous videos. You don't necessarily need to be the most outdoorsy person to enjoy living here. It's okay to be, a person who doesn't want to go on every hike and every biking trip and every skiing event, but take advantage of hopping onto a rooftop, go to Avanti, order a great drink, order a great meal from one of the local foodieries there, and just soak up the beautiful Flatirons. It's okay to be in nature and not necessarily put yourself out there from a nature activity perspective, but you can't separate the two. You're gonna, just by proxy, be able to enjoy some of the great environment here in Boulder. So make sure you're taking a sustainable track towards that. Be adding to the environment, don't be taking away from it. Boulder's beautiful, let's all keep it that way. And I would say one of the things that separates Boulder, Colorado from some other cities here is the food game has always been very, very high, right? So Colorado's been a state that's been growing for some time now, and with that came an influx of culture, an influx of great restaurants that have mixed things up. You've always been able to get a good green chili and a good smothered burrito here, but now you're getting great food from all over the world that is starting coming to grow here, and Boulder's no exception. It's been on the front end of that wave. So if you love to eat, if you love to experience great music, you love to experience great art, Boulder is the place to be. The food scene is blowing up, the art scene is blowing up, and we got the film festival coming here in 2027. So it's just going to continue to grow, and we're on a really strong upward trajectory for lifestyle here in Boulder. So if you like the outdoors, it's here. If you like the indoors, it's here, and we all got to eat, so it might as well be good food. So Boulder's the place to be, guys. It really separates itself from the pack. And I would say, Boulder's really different. If I had to put a cap on everything, it's a really lifestyle first approach. Yes, things can be expensive, housing in particular. And you might be looking at a little bit smaller homes because of the budget, because of the expenses, because of how we build things here in Boulder. There's not as many big, huge, sprawling mansions here in Boulder as you might see in some other cities throughout the country. But the lifestyle that you're buying into is the reason why people choose to live here, and people love it. People move here and they stay. Our homes are seeing much more positive equity from a financial perspective than you might see in some other cities around Colorado or some other states around the country here. So Boulder's a strong investment. Housing is really important. Culture is very important, but the lifestyle is what keeps Boulder popular and keeps Boulder moving forward in the right direction. So if you're interested in checking out a lifestyle that's centered around work-life balance, outdoor experiences, sustainability-focused mindset, someone that's going to really entrepreneurial and ready to grow because of education, health, an influx of great bars, restaurants, cafes, art installments, great place to experience life, Boulder's the place to be. It's a lifestyle first approach. So if that's you, I would say, come on, check it out. I'm happy to help you out. I'm happy to connect you with some great places to eat and just enjoy your time here in Colorado. Then we'll check out some awesome homes while we're at it. Again, I'm Andrew Wolfe. I love making these videos. I love connecting with you guys, talking about beautiful Boulder, Colorado, but I love even more connecting in person. So my phone number and my email are going to be here below. Go ahead and reach out to me directly. I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have. I'm also happy to, leave a comment on any comments that you have. If you have questions, fire them down below. Look to connect me with on Instagram and Facebook. Let's talk again real soon, guys. We'll see you next time.